Salute to all the Patreon members, all the subscribers, all the new viewers. I want to thank you guys for your support. It really means a lot to me. Check out the link in the description box below for the Patreon page. Link is in the Patreon page and the link in the description box below. Check that out. I'm going to post a brand new video after this live stream right here, as soon as I get off the live for the Patreon members. So you don't want to miss that. Anyways, Cardi B pregnant, moving fast with Stefon Digge to make ex mad. All right. So I told you guys, in many cases, when a woman is moving fast with a man or the new dude, all right, really she's trying to make somebody mad or she's trying to make somebody jealous. She's trying to get the word out there that she got somebody. All right. She didn't choose you because, out of all the options that I have, you were the best choice. She didn't really choose you because you just that dude like that. It's not that she don't like you or she don't have something for you. She really not in her right frame of mind when she's making these decisions. Most of the time when women are dealing with a lot of these men out here, most of the time they're not in their right frame of mind. Right? But you, in the grand scheme of things, you're used as a pawn. All right? You're used as a pawn. I've told you guys stories in the past when I've dated women how, I dated somebody who wanted me to, and mind you, I was just messing around with this chick. I was messing around with a single mother, but I wasn't taking her serious because she's a single mother, but she was fine as hell. All right. So I was in Vancouver, BC, dealing with a chick, and I was on my way back because I had to fly to Regina, Saskatchewan. And literally 3 days before my flight to Regina, Saskatchewan, I get a DM from this chick in Regina. She had like a 1-year-old daughter at the time. And she hit me up talking about, I've been looking at you online, this, and the third. And when you gonna be here? I'm like, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna be there Thursday. She was like, I bet. I'm like, I'll meet you at the Tim Hortons on this street or whatever. And so met up with her in a parking lot, had a good conversation. It was cold as hell. It was the wintertime. I remember. And then shortly after that meeting, after that meetup, I met up with her like twice. And then she was like, hey, me and my daughter's birthday are like one day apart from each other. So it's like, it's going to be my birthday party, her birthday party. It's going to be like me with my friends and their kids. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. But I'm young. I should have said no. To what was told to me, I should have said no. I don't want to meet your friends. I barely even know you. I don't want to meet your friends. This ain't what you think it is. Like, I go to this little party. Not one of her friends showed up with their kids. All her family members showed up. And I'm looking like an idiot. Why? Because she wanted to put me in front of her family to get the word out there. Put me in front of her sister to get the word out there. Pictures were taking to get the word out there like, nah, there's a new man in town. There's a new sheriff in town. That was February. By April, that bitch didn't hear from me no more. All right? She didn't hear from me no more by April. So some women, it's like, and then that woman, the baby daddy, was like this goofy ass rapper, and he had kids by all the bras. It's like, all right, I'll fuck with you because you fine, but I'm only gonna hit it a handful of times until the novelty wears out. Some women, when they get out of a breakup, even if they did initiate the breakup, They were the ones that could have initiated the breakup. They're still going to move very, very fast with the next guy if there were things in that previous breakup that didn't really get the closure that they wanted. She felt like in this situation, I still kept the relationship going, even though I felt disrespected over this situation, but I was dumb enough to still stay for a little while, right? Or he reacted a certain way that, now I'm losing control over the relationship, even though I'm out of pocket. I'm talking slick, I'm talking sideways. The way he handled it, you didn't like it. He might have cheated on you. He might have stepped out on you. He might have put hands on you. You might have given him money. You might have jumped on top of his Escalade when he trying to drive off on you like Bad Baby, running to the internet crying, right? He didn't put up with your bullshit the way you wanted him to. He didn't spend money on you like the way you wanted him to. Salute the scant dollar. So women in a situation, they could be the ones initiating the breakup. If there's certain things that bother them about the relationship that they ended, don't think that they're running off into the sunset dealing with other guys happy as hell. There's still some things about the last relationship that they scratching their head on, or that they think about, or that they bring to the new guy, right? Now, they don't go on binge rejection dates if they break up with a guy. Nah, they trying to fuck with somebody really fast. Get out there and put their pussy on the market real fast. But if they're the ones that get broken up with, for the first month or couple of months, they're going to go on a binge rejection tour, just taking dates to just bingefully reject guys by the end of the date, right? Or to make the date as uncomfortable, to shit on him to make herself feel good about herself. I've experienced that also, right? But regardless, whether they were the ones that initiated a breakup, whether he initiated a breakup, especially if they were together quite a long time, 3, 4, 5 years, 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, they might have been married with a couple of kids. Women move on fast and sometimes will put a baby on another guy just to make the previous guy mad or to make the previous guy jealous. And if you don't know, online, Offset is putting tweets out there. He put out another tweet. You put out an album, one of the records, you said, I'm trying to move on in peace. And you've put out a series of tweets before you put out that album, losing your mind over this woman. We found out from you that you said she was fucking while the baby was pregnant. While she was pregnant with your baby. She was fucking another guy while she was pregnant with your baby. You were the one that said she cheated. And you know what? You might have felt that you had a good reason on why you cheated. Like, hey, man, I'm around this house and there's some things in this house that I would like to have a say in, right? These are our children. I don't like her talking to our kids this way. I don't like her reacting this way to the kids. I don't like her doing this or carrying on in a negative way in the house. I should be able to talk to her and check my lady and say, hey, don't do that. It's very disrespectful. You're out of line right now. Calm yourself down, right? But, I mean, the way she's carried herself on the internet over the years, she didn't carry herself like no wholesome woman. She didn't carry herself like Mother Teresa. She didn't carry herself like somebody with class. This was a former stripper, by her own admission, said that she used to drug and rob men. And the crazy shit that come out of her mouth on videos, interviews, and her lyrics and her music, right? That's who you chose. You chose a rasty, nasty, disgusting Dominican bitch as your wife. Now you got to deal what comes with that. So you dealt what comes with that because you was probably looking at her ass in the beginning. You was probably looking at status, dollar signs. I get it. Your brand and your stock went up. To a lot of these hoes out here that have social media, your brand and your stock went up as a man when you were caught dealing, dating, marrying, having kids with Cardi B. You became the most popular Migo when you started dealing with Cardi B. Remember, the most talented Migo, rest in peace, was Takeoff. Some might have said Quavo because he was doing some of the hooks, but the most talented rapping ass rapper in the group, in my opinion, was Takeoff. You had kind of the least amount of eyes on you when you were in the group, because in the beginning, when you came out, you was locked up. So a lot of that run, you know, the Hannah Montana, the Versace, We Ready, some of them big records, you weren't on those records. You weren't even in the video because you were locked up. Then you went back to jail and got locked up again. So people thought you was the least talented Migo, and eyes weren't even on you in the beginning. We got to do these records without you because you keep getting locked up. Then you went from that to becoming the most popular Migo by attaching yourself to a minstrel show that the media propped up. This is a minstrel show right here. This is the main act in a minstrel show. So you got with a walking minstrel show, and, you know, maybe in a relationship, the marriage, a minstrel show is going to do what a minstrel show does in any situation. You like, damn, like, is she talking to me like that? So you probably felt better about yourself by fucking with other broads. Then she's saying, you know, he bragging to me, talking about he fucking with my ops. You know, I'm not saying that's good, bad, right, or wrong for what happened. But I can kind of see where he's coming from. With the mouth that you have, I see why somebody would fuck with your ops. See, somebody would go back to the strip club you used to strip at and fuck with the bitches that hate you. Probably because the vicious and vile things that come out your mouth behind closed doors. I could only imagine. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm like, I could only imagine. You know, there's a time and place for everything. There's a time to be happy. There's a time to be sad. There's a time to be joyful. There's a time to be mad, right? And when you're mad, guess what? I bet a lot of disgusting, vile, vicious shit has come out of your mouth towards your husband. And you know what? This bitch talking to me like that? Fine. I'm going to go low. She's stooping that low. I'm going to go to hell with it and fuck with her ops from her previous employer that still work there, that hate her guts. I could only imagine, right? So this wouldn't have been me because I don't deal with minstrel shows. I never have. All right? I never have dealt with a minstrel show. So it wouldn't even have been me in the situation. And if I really wanted to deal with a minstrel show, I would just fuck her a couple of times, then give it a peace sign. That's it. And I'm gone. But, you know, you only can blame yourself because you had sex with a minstrel show. You dated the minstrel show. Then you wifed the minstrel show. Then you had 3 babies with the minstrel show. So you dug yourself in this pit, right? But in many cases, a lot of women, this woman to the public will make you think, okay, I've been wronged, right? And when a man doesn't know how to control his emotions, when a woman can see, okay, he don't like me. He just like being inside this pussy. All right. He don't really like me. It's just when I act right and I'm calm, he like being inside this pussy. You saw that when he got caught cheating the first time around, um, going to her shows, buying all these flowers, showing up on stage, talking about, man, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. He didn't say, babe, you my lady and I'm sorry. You my girl and he didn't say that. He said, I'm sorry, bruh. If a man don't know how to correct himself when he talking to a female and say my lady instead of bruh, then that makes you very, very masculine. Right? So good, bad, right or wrong, whoever's at fault or not, right? Still in a marriage, you're going through the process of a divorce. Fine. I think if you're going through a process of a divorce and there's no reconciliation, I think it's all right to see other people in that process. But here's the thing, man. Then you become the new fool because she said that Stefon Digge caught her attention because I think she said something along the lines of, yeah, when I was at my lowest point and we were going through our breakup, he said, let me heal you. So he used the little simp line that he would use to a woman. Okay. Let me see if me dealing with this person, I can get over him much quicker, because she said I had to delay the album so many times because I couldn't stop crying. I couldn't even finish it because I just kept crying and crying and crying over my husband or my ex-husband or whatever. I kept crying so much, I couldn't even finish the album, right? You ever broke up with somebody and, either you or the girl hasn't moved on fast enough, right? Sometimes one or the other is looking at each other wondering, okay, did this person find somebody? Is this person going out on dates? Has this person one-upped me? They're looking to see who one-upped each other faster and who did they get with. A woman could be upset. Okay, I haven't taken no dates. I haven't been with nobody. I don't even want to be around nobody. But what's he up to? Has he found somebody? Okay. Oh, he got a little girl. Who's that? Miley Cyrus? Oh, okay. That's a little bum bitch. A little what's that doll from Rugrats? Allegra? What's the doll's name from Rugrats that they say look like Miley Cyrus? Right? That's a little Allegra from Rugrats looking bitch that he fucking with. Oh, he can't do better than me. I knew I was better than that. I knew I was better than him the whole time, that I was the best he's ever had. He insecure, can't handle this. I know I'm better than him. So you could move on. But if a woman feels, okay, this person you moving on with, if they're beneath me, if they feel like they're beneath her, then she gonna think, okay, I knew I was too good for you and you just couldn't handle this. Look who you moving on with. You ain't even upgrade, right? You didn't upgrade with a Rihanna. But men, we don't give a fuck about that. We like, hey, look, I care about looks, right? This status type of shit that you on, that's for you. That's not for me. Right? So in the meantime, she's like, okay, I'll just take anybody. I'll take anybody. It don't matter. Open relationship. We on a boat with other hoes. We snorting Tusi. All right, he got other girlfriends. We doing that pink shit. Okay, and we having threesomes, orgies. Okay, and so what? It ain't nothing serious. All right, so what? Right? But in the back of your mind, you still mad. Okay, this dude still is out here texting me, calling my phone, blowing up my phone, disrespecting me, calling me a bitch, right? Yelling at me. And you know what? It might be well deserved, right? It might be well deserved. But she's like, I know exactly what to do to really turn up the heat, to really make him mad, to really get back at him. All right. So guess what happened? Yeah. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. And now she pregnant. Now she pregnant right after she done had your baby, after she had your child. The womb ain't even healed yet. I know exactly what to do to get him mad. So what's that gonna do to this union right here? All right. Because I seen them out together. I'm like, they don't even look like I don't. I'm like, they don't even. I don't really see the chemistry right here. I didn't even see the chemistry. In the grand scheme of things, you're used as a pawn to get back at the ex-husband, right? Where do you get your braids done at? Who does your hair? Uh, this girl, she stay on the east side. That's what that's where I get my braids done at. Okay, give me her number. I like how your braids are done. Give me her number. I'm gonna go over there and see what kind of work I'll get done. All right. What she do? She take her son over to his hair braider and get his her kid's hair braided exactly. Hey, you know that design that you did for Stefon that you always do for Stefon? Yeah, no, do that on him. Do that on him. Get him the same braids. So in the grand scheme of things, she's weaponizing y'all's relationship in order to attack and get back at her ex-husband. Because she know, okay, this gonna set him off. See, like her ex couldn't have been Future because Future don't give a fuck. Future would move on, get with a better bitch from somebody. I'm not, I didn't say that they was ever together. I'm saying in general, somebody like a Future would be like, oh, okay, all right, you got pregnant by the weird, goofy football player. All right, fine. I don't give a fuck. I'm with Lori Harvey. I don't care. Right? Because getting with Stefon, that's not even a flex because his own teammates didn't told you about this man. His own teammates were like, nah, I don't trust this man with my sister. Hold on.
Davin, what guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
What the hell? Diggs.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Oh, Stefon Diggs.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Least I date my sister, Diggs. 100%.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister? And I might add, you're starting to be the runaway favorite for this.
Well, nobody want me to date this, is it? I'm a great guy. I'm actually a great guy.
Exactly. So his teammates done already threw him under the bus. Right? So he already got a reputation in the locker room with his teammates. And you chose him. But when women are trying to weaponize a relationship to get back at you, they don't care who it is. They don't care. It's like, yeah, I'm with him. Yeah, I know he's a savage, but guess what? I'm with him to make you mad. Right? Yeah, I got somebody taller than you. Right? I got somebody more savage than you. Yeah, I got somebody who's unemployed. Yeah, I got somebody who got felonies. Yeah, I got somebody who can't get their shit together. Yeah, I got somebody cross-eyed. Yeah, I got somebody who's pale and on Oxycontin. But I'm here to help him. We're here to heal each other. Yeah, I got somebody like that. But hey, I know it hurt. I know it hurt. It's cool. You mad, ain't you? It's all right. And guess what we doing? Guess what we doing? Yeah, yeah. I'm getting it in with the little slow boy. I'm getting it in with the little loser that you claim him to be. Yeah. Yeah, we doing our thing. Yeah. We did that last night. And guess what we gonna do again tonight? Yeah, we gonna do that again tonight. So hey, fall back. Yeah, I know it's making you mad. You know why? Because and I got all the text messages and the threats on the voicemail to prove it, but I don't know how he feels about her. Right? I think you slow for getting with somebody with 3 kids who got a husband. I think you're real slow. Right? You could get with a woman with no kids. But for whatever reason, trash keeps its own level. So whatever, you look at Cardi B in a certain way. I don't look at Cardi B in a certain way. I remember the first person I seen kind of like promoting her heavy, right, was Charlamagne the God. This is back when she had Jabba Jaw teeth and braille across her forehead, you know, the acne and all them bumps all across her forehead and her face. I'm like, who's this little disgusting Latina chick that Charlamagne the God keeps promoting? And as soon as I saw that, I immediately blocked her. I forgot what year this was. I immediately blocked her. This was before she started making music. I'm like, I don't want to see this bitch on my timeline ever. So I don't know what he is to her, but I will say this, man. Hopefully you don't like her like that, but it seemed like you might be slow enough to be in love with this chick, but she's not in love with you. She doesn't like you. She don't give a shit, right? She's doing this now to say, okay, I got 2 baby daddies, right? I got another baby daddy besides my ex-husband, and he nutted in me, got me pregnant. And it's the only reason is to make the ex-husband mad. And guess what? You know, you're not going to be in the picture that long. You're not going to be in the picture that much longer. You're not. You a pawn in this game. And guess what? Both parties are going to go through a lot of shit the years that she's raising children, because now there's 2 different fathers in the household, you know, and the new guy is expected to kind of look out for everybody. She's a package deal. So you sign up, even though, yeah, you got the money, but you signed up to be a package deal to this shit right here. When Christmas come around, you can't just, hey, I get something for my kid. No, you got to be the Zadarius Smith. You see, a lot of football players I noticed are simping lately. Stefon Digge, Zadarius Smith, Russell Wilson. what's up with the football players? I thought football players, like, you had access to prime coochie, women with no children. You got access to these women. But you signing up to cause more division in the household. Hold on. What's this? One gift? Yeah, what about the rest of my kids? Well, didn't their father get them something? Hey, don't worry about all that. You a part of this family now. Right? I'm a package deal. You need to take care of me, your kid, and my 3 other kids, all 5 of us. Why not just pay the child support for my kid and get the fuck on then? So, by your own teams, by the way your teammates feel, or your ex-teammates feel, because you don't play for the Vikings anymore, I don't think. You don't play for the Vikings anymore. Your teammates is saying that you an ain't shit piece of shit when it comes to women. That you weird and disgusting. You don't know what he's going to say. You don't know what he's going to do. Your own teammates said a lot. They had a lot to say about you. And you signed up for this shit right here. Right? So some women, man, it don't matter what, it doesn't even have to be football. It doesn't matter. Right? The previous guys she dealt with were Pookies. You had, a little bit of work ethic about yourself. You were taking care of things. She didn't respect you. She required you to pay more than what the previous dude paid for, even though they was together for she gave 5-6 years of her life to him. Then with you, in the first 5-6 days, she's acting a motherfucking fool. Probably was never checked in the previous relationship. Now you like, hey, no, I'm disciplined. I make good money. I'm this, that, and the third. You're not going to get this off on me. This shit only lasts for 6 months. Then she go back to dealing with Pookies because, hey, man, this shit right here is too much. It's too much. And guess what? I'm pregnant. Yeah. No, it's not yours. Nah, I made sure to take the morning after pill when I was with you, so it damn sure ain't yours. Don't think it's yours. It ain't. All right. So don't be this guy in this situation right here. This is why in these spaces a lot of men bring up the term virgin. Even I talked about this the last live stream and Patreon spaces. I said, hey, look, Kevin Samuels even mentioned it. What the fuck? You're not a virgin. This is and the third. And the reason why is because, when you're dealing with somebody, you don't have to worry about somebody moving on fast with you, worrying if is it real love or are you trying to make somebody jealous, the previous guy jealous? There is no previous guy. You see what I'm saying? Hey, what kind of man, how did you treat the last guy? There was no previous guy. Right? What did the last guy do to you that you're bringing into this relationship? There was no previous guy. But you got a woman who was in the streets. She was 10 toes down in the streets at one point in time, dealing with somebody from prison, right? Dealing with an ex-con who's a rapper, right? Admitting to meeting up with tricks at a hotel, drugging, robbing them after they didn't got the pussy from her. So I don't know what transpired within y'all's relationship, right? But the thing is, you know, at this moment in time, it's just two people trying to get back at each other, because she even mentioned on her live streams, her rants going on about Offset, talking about, look at the bitches I'm fucking, look at the bitches I'm fucking. And I didn't like that Joe Budden interview that he did. He's like, nah, I'm a real P. You ain't, from what I'm hearing, you ain't no P. And it's not even from what she's telling us about you. It's what you posted on Twitter about her. The way you reacting online about her over the years. I didn't see nothing P about your game when it came to her at all. Right? But she telling us, or telling the media, look at the bitches I'm fucking her. She better than you. This is that and the third. So this is just a game for, it's a tit for tat game that they playing. And they both in their 30s, childish as hell. And now here you got a football player who, hey, forget about what the teammates said. I don't know. I don't know. But now you put yourself in a battle between a married couple. You put yourself in the middle of a battle of a married couple. You shouldn't have done that. Right? So the biggest loser out of all this is Stefon Digge. You're not winning in this situation. Right? It's not a win that you fucking with trash like Cardi B, number one. Right? It's not a win that you got a woman with 3 kids. It's not a win that, I don't know if it's true or not, you may or may not have had sex with her while she was pregnant. I don't know. It's not a win. It's not a win getting a woman pregnant and she's still married to her husband, even though they going through a divorce. It's not a win that the girl that you're getting with, who's going through a divorce with 3 kids, takes her son from her husband over to your hair braider and get her son's hair braided exactly like yours. You don't nut in that. You back the fuck away from that. As a matter of fact, go to the Dominican Republic and get a Cardi B lookalike. There's a lot of Cardi B lookalikes over in the DR with no kids. I hope you guys understand what it is that I'm saying. So this is why it's important to ask questions when you meet somebody. All right? Because if women like this were so good, they wouldn't be single. They wouldn't be single. Ask questions about their ex. How long was you and your ex together for? 6 years. 6 years. Damn, how come y'all ain't married with kids? Oh, it just didn't. Listen to whatever bullshit excuse they come up with. When did y'all break up? We broke up 2 months ago. Man, let me tell you, that woman is going to talk about kids with you within the first month y'all together. All right? She's going to tell you she's not on the pill. She's not taking any contraceptives or anything, not using contraceptives. She don't want you to use contraceptives. She want to lock her legs around you or plant herself on top of you while you nutting in her. She gonna ask you when you gonna give me a baby, and it's only 2-3 months in. Yeah, because I'm trying to get back at the last dude who I felt wasted my time. Regardless of who you felt did whoever wrong in the situation. I'm trying to get you to get me pregnant so I could throw it in this dude's face over here. This is why you should get your passport. Get your passport, buy your condoms, get your money right, and pay for that $100 pussy over in Panama. to pay for that $100 pussy in Colombia, to pay for that $100 pussy in Brazil. Don't pay $100. Pay for the 80 in the Dominican Republic. Pay for that $30 pussy over in Thailand. Pay for the $25 pussy over in the Philippines. But look what you did, right? Look what you got yourself into. I hope you're proud of yourself. I don't want this to be you. Nothing good is going to come out of this triangle that's going on. Nothing good is going to come out of it. Offset already got like 3 kids from a previous relationship or previous relationships, right? I think he got like 6 or 7 kids in total. So he got 2, 3 baby mamas. Now she got 2 baby daddies. Now he got 1 or 2 baby mamas. You're being used to get back at the ex-husband. The ex-husband is still, he got access to her phone. The ex-husband is calling her up, talking, upset, asking her questions. Why this? Why that? Then it goes haywire. He starts calling her a bitch over the phone, crying while you in the other room. Because this was somebody that she not only used to love, but still loves. Wasn't really about the money. I think she's holding a little bit more than him. And it ain't about the money with you. Really, it's like, hey, look, I'll get with somebody with status who's a savage, and I could use him to get back at you, right? You got your Glock, fine. I'm going to get my diamond back over here. I'm going to one-up you. I'm going to do something you haven't done. Yeah, you fucked a lot of bitches, right? But you seem to be careful with them. Now I'm going to do something. I'm going to really, really take it to the pits of hell with it. I'm going to go lower than you. Yeah, you done fuck dozens of bitches while we were together. Okay. I haven't heard you've been pulling out of them. You've been using condoms with them. Guess what? I'm going to get pregnant. The one guy I fuck with, I'm going to get pregnant by him. And I'm just to see how you react, just to see the messages that you send me on this phone, just to hear the voice messages that you leave on this phone. Yeah. Off Sweat, I said Off Sweat, my bad. Offset, he put out a tweet yesterday saying divorce ain't even finalized and you popping out another man's kid. Laughing emoji, clown emoji, hashtag you in timeout. Hey, man. You wanted to marry Latina trash from the Bronx. And that's what you got. All right. So like I said earlier, how you move forward from this, how you don't put yourself in Stefon Digge's situation. Hey, man, ask questions, right? Ask questions. If it's somebody here in America, I don't deal with women in America like that. Ask questions, all right? And they're going to lie, but you decipher for yourself with the information that you were given. But when I go to some of these other countries, I don't care what their background is. I really don't. I'm like, hey, man, how much is it going for? I don't need to deal with if you still over this guy or not. I don't care if you got a man or not. I don't care. I don't care about your tears. How much is it going for? 80? All right, I'll give you 120. I'll give you 80 plus a $40 tip. If you nice, you respectful, You know how to be a good hoe? I'll tip you, right? How much is it for 24 hours? 400? All right, here you go. I like how you treat me. I like, holding my hand, rubbing my arms, stroking my ego. All right, here go a little bit more. I like you. This is what I want. I'm seeing what it's going for when I fly to another country. I don't care who they married to or who. Well, that's none of my business, right? If your girl is on the strip on the blade, that's none of my business. You probably already know, right? Y'all need the money. I got the money to give her for y'all, but she gonna do some tricks for me. I'm not putting myself through this in America. You out your motherfucking mind. I'm over and I'm out. You guys take care. See me on Patreon. Peace.